movie lovers, I hope you all are fine. Today I'm going to share with you a story of a movie where a group of brave people are fighting against a group of dangerous people. As soon as I saw the movie, I got very angry because there is such a violent woman there who kills thousands of people. But now we will know what the real incident is from the story of Under Paris, a survival action movie released in 2024. So let's go straight to the main story without delay. At the beginning of the movie, we can see the main character of the story, Sophia. He was a marine scientist. Jekina was researching on a snake called Lelip for several months with his team. Sophia's husband Christy was also in that team. One day, Sophia and Christy were making a vlog. Then suddenly one of their team members came and got a signal. This is only when Christy dives into the sea with the team members. And Sophia and the girl with her start to investigate everything. Christy had gone to look for Lelip, but there he sees a big dead snake. Christy can understand by going to him that it is a baby snake and a part of the body. It was clear that a Hinkstor animal had taken it to work. The matter seemed quite strange to them. Anyway, they were discussing about the baby, and in the meantime a group of Hinkstor came and surrounded them. The strange thing was that they were all female Hinkstor. Christy knew very well how to handle the Hinkstor, so they stayed quiet. Then as soon as the Hinkstor went, Lelip came there. Seeing him, Sophia could not believe her eyes. Because the Hinkstor they had seen 3 months ago was only half a meter in size, it has now grown to more than 7 meters. Seeing such an unusual growth, Sophia becomes very anxious. She tells Christy to get a sample from Lelip's body so that they can research it and find out the secret of Lelip's growth. And here Sophia makes the biggest mistake, because when Christy goes to Lelip to get the sample, he pushes the injection. Then he goes and attacks Christy. At that moment, everyone's body shivers and the water of the sea turns into blood. Seeing all this, Sophia cannot control herself. The girl next to him tries to stop him, but Sophia does not listen to him and dives into the sea to save her friends. But it was too late at that time. Lelip had left there. So there he could not find anything except some pieces of the body. In the meantime, Lelip attacks Sophia too. And in this, Sophia's leg gets stuck with the water of Lelip's body. And Lelip starts taking her to the depths of the sea. Due to the excess pressure of the water, Sophia's nose and ears start bleeding. But fortunately, with the help of a strong object, he picks up the water from above and Sophia is saved in this journey. Then the scene shifts and we are shown a scene 3 years later. One day, 2 boys go fishing in the city of Paris and find a small missile from the inside of the river. When they tell the police about it, the police start investigating it. Meanwhile, the media people reach there. The police tell them that missiles used in the Second World War can still be found in the place of the river. But there is no reason for fear, because they are in the depths of the river. On the other hand, the scene shifts and we can see Sophia. She has now left her investigation work. Now she works in an aquarium. When some children come to visit there, she tells them about the various creatures of the sea. One day she told a group of children about the sea creatures. Then suddenly a child says that if Sophia knows so much about the sea creatures, then why can't she save her team? They had to die in the hands of a shark. Hearing this, Sophia becomes independent. And then she leaves there. Then a marine savior named Mika tries to talk to him. Basically, they are called marine saviors who work to protect the sea creatures. But Sophia was not in a position to speak at that time. So she avoids Mika and starts walking away from there. Then Mika suddenly says that she knows about Plan 7. Hearing this, Sophia goes to Ton. Basically, Plan 7 is the official name of Lelip. So Mika brings Sophia to their lab. There, Mika and her friend Ben tell her that Lelip has now come to Paris, and the tracker on her body is still active, and they have access to it. But Sophia does not want to listen to them, because a shark can never come to the pure, sweet water of Paris, and if it comes at any cost, it will not be able to survive for many days. Then Mika tells her that they will go to the river to find Lelip today, so she invites Sophia to go with them. But Sophia does not agree with her and leaves there. Returning home, she goes through her old things and finds a tab in which they had saved the videos 3 years ago. Sophia gets very emotional after watching these videos. At that time, she suddenly remembers Mika's words. Then she can know through the tracker that Lelip has really come to Paris. But Mika wanted to go to the river that night. So Sophia calls Mika at that time to warn her. Because only Sophia knows the fear of sharks. but Mika's phone was off at that time. So she sends a voice message. Here Mika and Ben can be seen. They have gone to the river for a while. There Mika goes to the river, and Ben sits in the boat and waits for her. When Mika got into the river, she had a hook on her neck so that if there is any problem above, Ben gives the signal to Mika with the hook. Then Mika goes to the bank of the river, sees a car, and goes towards it. She can see some strange signs in the car body. Looking at them, it seemed that a big animal was attacking her. At that time, the police suddenly come there. Then Ben starts pulling that hook. But Mika didn't want to get out of the water, so she opens the hook. Seeing the police coming close, Ben runs away from there, and Mika is caught by the police. If the police want to know the reason for going to the river so late at night, Mika says that he is a marine savior, so staying in the water is natural for him. But the police don't believe that, because it is not natural to swim in the river so late at night. Meanwhile, Sofia reaches there to stop Mika. But when she sees Mika there, the police arrest her, so she comes back from there. After being taken to the police station, the police interrogate Mika and find out that there is a snake in the river and she knows about the car. But the police don't believe her, because as they know, snakes can never survive in fresh water. The next morning, the police arrest the car in the river. There was a dead body inside it. Everyone was very scared to see it because the body was not even half of it. It was clear that some big creature took it away. At the same time, Sofia again goes to the river to follow Lilip, and there she meets the police. Sofia tells the police that she is a marine savior, and when she sees the body, she says that this is definitely mine. Then Mika blames Sofia. He says that Sofia told him to take her to the river. Sofia denies the matter, but the police don't want to believe her. So she has to go to the police station with the police. After going to the police station, the police officer Adil takes Sofia to their commissioner. At that time, Sofia knew Adil about the tracker, through which they were following Lilip. But when she went to the commissioner didn't want to believe her. He tells his team to investigate the matter personally. Like that, Adil doesn't have the opportunity to drive his team to the river. Then Sofia tries to convince them that going to the river in this situation is dangerous. They will be able to track Lilip from the outside. But Adil doesn't listen to him. Then when Mika wants to go with them, Adil forbids her. They just want to find Lilip with Sofia. But Mika doesn't sit quietly. She starts following Sofia on a cycle. Sofia guides Adil through the tracker to Lilip. Then a few police officers go down to dig up the whole matter. They can't see Lilip there, but they can understand the situation. Meanwhile, Sofia tells everyone that Lilip has come very close to them. At this time, Lilip's signal suddenly stops at Sofia's tab. Then the police who were under the water got scared and quickly got up. Sofia couldn't understand what had happened. Anyway, they safely got up and checked the radar. It was known that there was a big eel around them. Meanwhile, Sofia suddenly saw Mika standing at a distance. Initially, Mika thought the police would kill Lilip. On the other hand, he was trying to save Lilip, because he talks to Ben and turns off Lilip's signal on Sofia's device. After realizing this, Sofia goes straight to Mika's lab. He starts talking to Mika about her work. He tells Mika that he had to lose his team for that eel, so it would be a mistake to try to save him. But Mika doesn't want to listen to him. He thought that eels never attack anyone for no reason, and what happened to Sofia's friends was all Sofia's fault. Hearing this, Sofia is in great pain and leaves from there. On the other hand, Adil goes to the commissioner and tells him about the eel. Hearing this, the commissioner gets very tense, because within a few days, there is going to be an international eel competition in the river, and it was organized by the mayor of Paris. Actually, this year's Olympic Games are being held in Paris at this time. Maybe that's why this movie was made this year. Anyway, Adil tells the commissioner that it is not appropriate to hold the event in such an emergency, so they go to the mayor and ask him to cancel the event, but the mayor doesn't listen to them, because the event cost about $170 crore, because if the event is cancelled, they will suffer a lot. The mayor orders them to remove the eel from there, but he will not cancel the event in any way. The commissioner then comes back in a hurry and starts thinking how they will protect the city of Paris from the hands of the lilies. In the meantime, a viral video of Mika falls in front of them. There he tells everyone that eels are very calm creatures. The sea is calm for them. But some people have now risen to kill the eels. Many eels are killed every year. The ocean environment is being destroyed in this, and it is affecting the outside environment as well. So he calls everyone to save the eels, and he tells everyone to come to a tunnel inside the river called the catacombs. Then we can see the scene shift. Then we can see that Ben goes to the police and finds out that Mika will go to the river to save the eel tonight. He also knows that he has tried a lot to stop Mika, but to no avail. Hearing this, the police decide to stop Mika for the purpose of the catacombs. On seeing Mika's video, he gets excited and reaches the catacombs that night. Mika will take them all to the water. At the same time, the police arrive there with Sofia. But Mika does not stop even after seeing the police. He jumps into the water. The police then ask him to get out of the water. But Mika does not listen to them. Meanwhile, a baby eel comes there. But it was not Lilip. Mika keeps shaking his hand in front of the eel so that he can prove that the eels are not actually harming anyone. Seeing this, Sofia warns him. He shouts and says that this is actually a trap by Lilip. Lilip is trying to trap Mika with this ordinary eel, and this is the main fear of Lilip, that he can read a lot of human psychology. But Mika does not listen to anything. He respects the baby eel for a while and then leaves. But Sofia knows Lilip's habits so well, so she tells Mika to get out of the water quickly, because Lilip will attack him in a while. Hearing Sofia's story, the police tell Mika to get up again and again. So Mika gets a little scared now, but still he does not get up from the water. And seeing this, Lilip holds Mika terribly in his arms and takes him to the well of water. Seeing that, everyone staying there is very scared. They try to escape from there to save themselves from Lilip. They understand very well that not all animals are innocent, and it is not possible to save everyone. Some animals also need to save themselves. But unfortunately, there is water there and the place is very small. Sofia and the police try to save them. But it is not so easy to escape from the eel. But the police do not give up. They keep trying to save them. In the meantime, 2 police officers fell into the water and were caught by the eel. Actually, no one could have imagined that there could be so many eels in the river, and Sofia herself could not understand. Anyway, they somehow save some people and come out of there, and take the injured to the hospital. Seeing this, Sofia gets very upset. She remembers her past very well. After all this, she had nothing to do. She could not find a way to get Lilip to sit. Then Adil goes to him. He understands that he is not responsible for all this. Meanwhile, a lady officer comes and takes them to the catacombs again. There they see that the baby eel is dying. Actually, Lilip herself has killed it, because once she applies the potion to it, she does not save it anymore. Then the dead eel must be handed over to Sofia, so that Sofia can do research on it. Then Sofia comes to the lab and notes down some amazing things. Like the eel was very young. From his teeth and physical features, it was understood that his age was not more than 2 months, but he was pregnant at such a young age. Meanwhile, Adil goes there and finds out about Adil. Another thing is amazing to Sofia. That is the size of the eel. It was much larger than a normal eel. Seeing that, Sofia can understand that it is Lilip's child. Then she cuts the belly of the eel. Many baby eels come out of there. Seeing that, Adil gets very nervous, because it is understood from here that the reproductive capacity of those eels is much more. That is, they have seen so many eels in the catacombs. There is no possibility of being more than that. Then Sofia knows another amazing fact about him. That is, no male eel needs help to get pregnant with those eels. Because of a special feature of their body, they can be mothers from themselves. But the eels of this species are very rare and they are very venomous. With that, they have an amazing ability to not eat any animal. Because of that, they live in the sweetest water of Paris. Hearing all this, Adil gets very tensed and quickly tells the matter to the commissioner. The commissioner then realizes that there is no other way but to close this event now, because if the 7 contestants drown in the river, death is inevitable. So he again goes to the mayor and asks him to cancel the event. And now he takes Sofia with him so that Sofia can tell the whole story to the mayor. Sofia tells the mayor the whole story in a very beautiful way, but nothing comes to the mayor's head. Seeing that, Sofia gets angry and starts arguing with the mayor. The mayor insults Sofia and lets her out of there. But he was not willing to cancel the event in any way. On the contrary, he tells the commissioner that from now on, the police will not have to worry about this matter. He will give the army the responsibility to handle the matter. Hearing this, the police commissioner goes away with his head down. But the terrible situation that the mayor's wife is going to create, the mayor's wife could not have imagined it. In fact, when a person gets power, he becomes like this, or the nature of powerful women, that equation is not understood. Anyway, if you sit quietly like this, the people of the city and the 7 contestants in that competition will also be in terrible trouble. Because the next morning, the International 7 competition will be held for the mayor's arrival. So the police start making plans to get rid of the mayor without knowing him. They start making plans to get rid of the mayor. They do not believe that they will bomb the catacombs. In this way, the mayor who lives there will also die. And the reason why they chose that place to stay in such a place is that there are many cases of mayors in that area. Then Adil wants to go to the team members to find out who will help them in this mission. At that time, one of the officers there does not want everyone else to swim in the river with him. Actually, that officer was afraid that he would worry about his wife and children. But he does not intend to support them by seeing everyone participate. So the next day, as planned, 2 officers from among them are appointed for the purpose of the catacombs. On the other hand, visitors from different countries gather by the river for the swimming competition. At some point, the mayor is also present there. Then the team members want to know from the mayor that how much is the truth of the story of hanging in this river. At that time, the mayor informs them that the matter is just a guess. Actually, he had no idea what was going on for a while because of his lies and lies. Then we can see in the scene shift that the 2 police officers who took the boat are stopped by the army. They know that the army has taken complete precautions to stop the hangers there. And that precaution is that they have set up a big net in that part of the river. If the hangers are set up there, then they will not be able to get out of the net. But the police can very well understand that the army has no value for this crazy plan. So they inform the commissioner about the matter. The commissioner calls the army officer and says that the police are not going to hang. They are going there for another special task. So the army then leaves them. On the other hand, Sofia, Adil and his team members go to the bottom of the river and start planning to bomb the catacombs area. But then a terrible scene can be seen. It was very dark in the tunnel at that time. So when they lit the torch next to them, they could see hundreds of hangers surrounding them. They are very scared to see all this. Then Sofia tells everyone to stay calm, because if the hangers are afraid of their movement, they will attack them. So as he said, everyone stays calm and the hangers do not harm them then. Then they carefully set up the bombs in different places. And when one of them goes to blast them, then a hanger comes to see his movement and attacks him. His body breaks into pieces when he dies. Then the remote of the bomb falls from his hand. Sofia can understand that they are in trouble. He did not want to lose his teammates by making the same mistake as before, so he tells everyone to get up quickly, but it was too late at that time. Suddenly a group of hangers comes and attacks them. Sofia and Adil are killed one by one. Then Sofia somehow blasts a bomb from there. A lot of hangers are killed in it, and under the pressure of the blast, the 2 of them get up from the water. But Adil was very scared, so he keeps him in the boat and Sofia goes under the water again. And now he finally sees Lilip. Seeing him, Sofia realizes that Lilip is very angry at the death of his children, and he will take revenge now. The competition has started in the direction of the mayor, so the contestants have started swimming in the water. The hangers do not stop on the other side. They go to the front with the net thrown by the army, and he attacks the swimmers. One by one, people start disappearing from among them, and they mix blood in the water of the river and dye it red. At the same time, a spectator on the other side looks at a hanger and shrieks in fear. Hearing this, everyone there is very scared, and the chaos begins there. The people in the water then try to come up. But at that time, a lot of hangers had been accepted among them. In this chaos, many of the people on the other side are killed by the hangers inside the river. At that time, the army people come and target the hangers and start shooting. Then Sofia tells them to stop. Not only Sofia, but everyone in the police also forbids them to shoot, because there are a lot of missiles under the river. Maybe the missiles could be blasted because of the bullets, but the army people do not listen to them. They keep shooting continuously, and in a few moments, Sofia's fear comes true. Because of the movement of the hangers, The missiles in the water start blasting one by one. This creates a high tide in the river, and that tide starts to swallow everything on the other side in the form of a tsunami. Not only that, the bridges above the river are broken in front of the ice and smashed. The mayor is very afraid of all this. Then he can prove that his theory was wrong. He tries to escape from there at that time, but it is of no use. The tide of the water also swallows him. Then we can see in the scene shift. Adil had brought water to save Sofia, but due to the attack of the hangars, the two of them again went to the boat and got up, but they couldn't keep it here. A hanger came and turned their boat upside down. Sofia was sure that they would not be able to survive this time. But fortunately, Adil bought it with great difficulty and brought it to the side of a building. Adil was unconscious at that time. He came to Ganfield and wanted to know from Sofia whether their war was over or not. At that time, Sofia was helpless and stayed nearby. The whole city of Paris was submerged under the water, and there were hundreds of hangars around Sofia. Sofia had no idea how to get out of that place. They understand that their journey is coming to an end here, and in such a terrible situation, the story ends. I couldn't quite understand what to say about today's story. Even if the story was imaginary, when I was watching the movie, at that time my voice was cut off at every moment. But I felt that the terrible hangars were also terrible. Mika, and the theory of that woman, Mika Abegina, like some people at first, did not die. If the same woman had tried to solve the problem with the theory, then the lives of so many people and the city would not have been destroyed. If you like the story, be sure to like and comment. And to see all such beautiful movie explanations, subscribe to our channel and press the bell button.